Now move on to the report of the superintendent of schools.
Thank you, President Gordon Ross and members of the board, those who are joining us this evening in person and those who are joining us remotely. It is today, day 5 of a new semester and a brand new school year and brand new calendar year 2026. Congratulations to everyone on a strong start to this spring semester. As I've been out and my team's been out and around in schools, we see teachers and educational support professionals and principals resetting in the ways that we always do at the beginning of a new chapter of the school year, resetting expectations and renewing our commitments. And I'm just really proud of the work all around our Lawrence schools. I really have noticed that the January, I'm excited to share, the January character strong trait for this month is perseverance. And just given not only the nature of those early weeks of January, but also the circumstances really of this past week on all levels, I think that perseverance is a wonderful attribute for us to focus on this month. Our Character Strong curricula defines perseverance as pushing yourself to work through challenges and obstacles. As we return to our work together, I'm continually inspired by the perseverance shown across our district by students who continue learning through challenges, by educators who refine their practice every day to overcome those challenges they may be facing, and by a community that remains committed deeply to public education. So we know the weeks ahead, February, March, April, will be full and purposeful, grounded both in reflection and the momentum that we are gaining in this third quarter. I'm really grateful for the opportunity this evening to share some highlights from across the school district and to look ahead at the work before us. This month's boardroom art display, and we're going to get some photos of this out on social media so that everyone can see it, not just those of us who are privileged to get to sit in this room this evening. But the art display this month features original student artwork from Lawrence High School, showcasing the talents of Chesty Lyon artists. I want to point out that their teachers are Angelia Perkins, she is photo and digital graphics, Todd Poteet, drawing and painting, and Emily Marcolado's ceramics and jewelry. And you can just see it's extraordinary, and we'll try to include a few of those prints in our upcoming superintendent reports and social media posts. We know that art is a powerful language that helps our students interpret, question, and make meaning of the world around them. In a time when we are inundated with thousands of visual and commercial images each day, the ability to critically engage with original artwork is essential. So the pieces displayed here are a reflection not only of the students' technical skill, that's impressive, but they also give insight in our students' ability to understand and connect with the viewer and the impact of their hard work and their artwork on the viewer. They represent just a small sample of the hundreds of Lawrence High School students and Lawrence Public School students who participate in visual arts courses each year and that capture a glimpse into the lives and perspectives of students as they navigate their journey toward adulthood. We are grateful to the educators, families, and community members who continue to support strong visual arts programming across our districts. Our district, it is part of our Lawrence Public Schools' distinctive difference, part of our advantage. Now, today was the day that the 2026 Kansas legislative session kicked off. As legislators return to Topeka, they are entering the second year of a 2-year legislative biennium, which means that both new and unfinished bills from last year will fill this session. With an already shortened calendar, this carryover means the legislature will be off to a quick start. So we'll be busy observing that. The fast pace of our legislature will not deter or distract us. Our team is well prepared to advocate for bills that improve public education, access, and opportunities for all Kansas students. We are delighted tonight to welcome our LEA partners, and they will also share more on a legislative update, which I'm excited to hear. Last week was busy on advocacy and information sharing, and we have multiple community events for that purpose in advance of this opening today. I was so proud to have the Lawrence Public Schools represented by members of the Board of Education and district leadership to tell our story and affirm our board-approved 2026 legislative priorities. Specifically on Thursday afternoon, January 8th, Representative Barbara Ballard invited USD 497 team to attend a pre-session hearing with the Douglas County Legislative Delegation. Thanks to those of you who were able to make that in person, and I know many of you reached out, and I believe Bob Byers and Shannon Kimball, members Byer and Kimball, were able to be there in person. We appreciate you showing up there at the Dole Institute and to fill our 30-minute slot with all of the meaningful conversation that we want to have with elected officials to keep them informed about our challenges and opportunities. And then on Friday morning, January 9th, the Lawrence Chamber of Commerce, it's an event I look forward to in January, the Legislative Priorities Breakfast. Member Kelly Jones joined a panel of other educational leaders and elected officials and provided a powerful and positive testimonial for sustained support of public schools by the legislature and local control of educational decisions and policymaking that reflect the values and expectations of our community. We are so grateful for the direct lines of communication that we have with our legislators, and I want to thank you members for always being willing to work with them and to reach out to them to inform their considerations and deliberations related to education and funding topics. You may have seen it on social media or perhaps missed it, but right before winter break when things were so busy, Sunflower Elementary School was awarded national recognition as an Avid School of Excellence, an honor awarded to just 45 schools nationwide out of more than 8,000 Avid implementing schools. This award marks a significant milestone achievement during the 45th anniversary of Avid this year. I want to skip ahead to have you hear Todd Marcantonio, who is with Avid, who will share a little bit more about this award. It coincides with the 45th anniversary that Avid decided they would give national distinction to 45 schools across the country from more than 8,000 schools. And Sunflower was one of those selected. Here now from Todd, who will share.
My name is Todd Marcantonio. I work for Avid Center, and I'm an implementation strategist. I support about 100 different schools here in the Kansas City area, and we are here today to recognize Sunflower Elementary for excellence in quality implementation of Avid. Lawrence Public Schools, their commitment to Avid is one of the strongest that we have in the area. Every building in the district, high school through elementary, have Avid as an implementation, and so that allows them to maximize our partnership in order to move students in the places that we want them to go. As far as specifically Sunflower, they're really, really good at embedding Avid in everything that they do as far as culture, leadership, instruction, and systems. And those are four really important pieces that we look for in quality implementation. It is the 45th anniversary of Avid, so we've been around for 45 years. So this year we recognize 45 different schools across the country, and we support about 8,000 schools. So it's a pretty small number of schools that get this recognition. Sunflower and Mrs. Green do a really nice job of all of that, and that's why they're one of the 45 schools across the country.
Very good. At Quill Run, we wanted to celebrate something that's been pretty viral on social media, so many may have already seen it, but we wanted to, before we get to Quill Run, I wanted to touch on the Learning Exchange. It seems like a long time ago, but it was really just a week ago today that we welcomed all of our teachers and our teams in for day 2 of the Learning Exchange for this school year across grade levels and content areas. Educators led sessions for one another, sharing strategies, reflecting on practice, and preparing to welcome students back with renewed focus. The Learning Exchange reflects our core belief that the strongest professional learning is grounded in the direct experience and excellence of our own educators. So if you look through the catalog of sessions from last Monday and from every teacher exchange day, you will see that those sessions are not folks from the outside so much. They are most all are our own teachers. We're lifting up that promising practice. Last Monday, I had the great opportunity to join a teacher exchange session on conscious discipline facilitated by Hillcrest Principal Christine Caffey. I wanted to learn more about, I'm familiar with the responsive classroom, but I went into that day wanting to learn more about conscious discipline. It's an approach that leverages brain science and trauma responsive practices to create a safe and productive learning environment that really is mindful of the development of children. Throughout that session, I saw teachers doing what I was doing, scribbling notes really fast and really looking forward to using the strategies right away the next day. And my cabinet team can tell you that I also use the strategies the very next day because these are wonderful components. So I just wanted to highlight that one experience among many at the Teacher Exchange PD Day. And now to Quill Run, just a one-of-a-kind gift that celebrates our students. Before winter break, Sarah Kingsley, who is second grade teacher at Quill Run Elementary, received a deeply meaningful and unexpected gift from one of her students and his family. The handmade present was an upcycled wooden chair thoughtfully redesigned and painted by Memphis, a second grade student, his younger sister, and their mom as a gesture of appreciation. They delivered the chair personally to Kingsley's classroom. The chair reflects creativity, care, and connection. The details are inspired by classroom tools and finished with Miss Kingsley written across the back. Now in her second year of teaching at Quill Run, Kingsley shared that the moment was especially meaningful as she reflected on a year filled with learning and growth. She has since made the chair the classroom reading chair, debuting it during the class's first read aloud of the calendar year, Rosie Revere Engineer, which is a story about learning through perseverance. The most important thing I learned, Kingsley shared, was letting the difficult stuff roll off my back and having perseverance. The moment was shared by the family on social media, going viral on TikTok, and was also featured by People magazine. At Billy Mills Middle School, Avid students began the year looking ahead and back. Students in Billy Mills Middle School's Avid program kicked off the new year with a powerful reminder of what is possible when preparation meets opportunity. You can see her here, Avid alum, Trinity Shorter, a recent graduate of Howard University, returned to her former middle school to share her journey and answer student questions about middle and high school, college, and life beyond the classroom. Shorter emphasized the importance of writing, organization, self-advocacy, and reading. These are all avid-focused skills she credits with helping her earn scholarships and succeed academically and beyond. You've already heard that Free State had such a great honor to be selected to perform the Addams Family School Edition at the 2026 Kansas Thespian Festival. The productions are chosen for the festival through a rigorous process, making this honor a testament to the talent and artistry of our students and staff. Last Friday night was the night that Free State Theater took the stage and performed in front of thousands of students from across the state. And there was so much energy in the room, and the crowd reactions at times reached a deafening roar. It was an unforgettable experience, not only for the actors, pit musicians, and the dedicated stage crew who worked tirelessly throughout the weekend, but really for the entire Free State and Lawrence Public Schools community. The Free State Theater program accomplished an amazing effort. You can see some of the set there. That entire set was transported in 3 U-Haul trucks over the days prior and set up there in the Wichita Century 2 Concert Hall. So I want to give special shout out to Director Bryce Jones, pit crew conductor Olivia Henning, and accompanist Joe Piantek, and countless parent volunteers, everyone who assisted in making the amazing production possible. We are proud of the Firebird Theater program and the way it continues to elevate student voice and creative expression. We are excited to share that the enrollment window is now open for preschool programs, the information is posted. The window will open on February 2nd and run through March 22nd. Our preschool programs provide a strong, joyful start for our youngest learners, and we're delighted to be building those foundational skills, curiosity, and a love of learning in school that lasts well beyond the early years. So families will now be able to apply for preschool opportunities at Kennedy Early Childhood Center. That's our foundational program for many years. And then also at New York Montessori, at Deerfield, at Prairie Park, Sunflower, and Woodlawn elementary schools. With 6 of our elementary sites now offering preschool, we are reaching that halfway point on having a preschool classroom in every school, elementary school in Lawrence Public Schools. This reflects our continued commitment to that equity strategy of expanding access to quality early learning in neighborhood schools. Members, last board meeting when I made the announcement of the 2 newest schools, Deerfield and Prairie Park, our phones were buzzing within seconds with parents saying, we want to sign up. So we're delighted with that response. We do encourage families with preschool-age children to explore these opportunities and take advantage of the enrollment window. We anticipate acceptance notifications to be sent to families by April 1st based on eligibility and availability. So you can see all of that and get more information on USD497.org. Getting toward the end here, and I apologize for the length, we are excited to launch our Winter 2026 series, Community Conversations That Count. So as you all may recall, last school year, we engaged thousands of students, families, and community members, as well as staff, through conversations and through surveys to better understand what areas we're doing well and where we need and must continue to grow. This winter, we're returning to community conversations to share updates on our progress since last year, our progress on the priorities that the community gave us. We're going to reflect together on the work and then listen closely to how our staff and students and parents and families and community, how folks feel about those improvements and the next steps that we should take together. These conversations represent an essential part of our commitment to connection, building trust, communication, and continuous improvement. In the coming week, you will see the survey platform emerge. I will be sending that out in a community-wide message, and we know that not everybody can make an in-person meeting. We understand that. So we'll be meeting with these public meetings. We'll be meeting with many, many groups in the community, and then we'll also invite people to write in via a survey. We have both an open-ended and a more objective survey tools that will be open so folks may choose how they wish to respond. We look forward to hearing what is going well and where we might expand our opportunities. And I'm excited to engage with our community to continue building on our important strategic work to support every student and their future. Finally, it's just around the corner. Excitement is building. January 22nd, 2026, at the Lead Center of Kansas, MLK One Dream. The theme, Mission Possible 2, Building Community. Building community, uniting a nation, the nonviolent way. I think that theme is worth a repeat. Mission Possible 2, Building Community, Uniting a Nation, the Nonviolent Way. This program will honor students and staff who live out the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. through compassion and connection. Honorees are recognized for their work to strengthen community, bridge difference, and create spaces of belonging. The evening will also feature student performances that reflect the power of voice, creativity, and unity. I invite everyone to join us for an evening that honors Dr. King's legacy, lifts student and staff voices, and reflects our ongoing commitment to build a stronger and more connected community. Now, you may remember, but I want to make sure everyone knows, the doors will open at 6 because there will be a fabulous display of student artwork and all this beautiful work that you will want to spend some time looking at. And then at 6:30, the program begins inside the auditorium. The strength of Lawrence Public Schools is rooted in a connected community that believes in its children, takes action to support its public schools, and remains committed to their success. Over these past days, more than ever, a community in partnership and unity is key and critical to our moving forward. Thank you for your partnership, your perseverance, and your continued support of our students and staff. It is an honor to serve the Lawrence Public Schools and to share in the important work in 2026 ahead. Thank you.